Hello friends, today's question y of xt is given as zero point 0.8 divided by this equation. It represents a moving pulse where x and y are in meters and t is in second. Then we have to find out all these four options. First states that it moves in the positive x direction. Second states that in 2 seconds the distance traveled will be 2.5 meter. C states the maximum displacement is 0.16 meter, and last is that it is a symmetric pulse. So this is a multi correct options question. So we are going to take the options one by one and try to find out whether it is correct or not. So we start with option A. Which is basically direction of motion. So in order to find out direction of motion, we are going to use a little bit, you can say, concept of mathematics, and we are going to discuss mainly the denominator part, and based on this we will be able to find out in which direction the pulse is going to move. So we can say that the pulse depends upon the term that is 4x plus 5t, because it consists of our displacement part, that is x, also as well as a time dependent part. So we can say from here that pulse depends on the term which is our 4x plus 5t, and in order to understand what is the direction, we are going to consider that how the pulse behaves with respect to time t. So therefore we can say that behavior of the pulse with time t. So in the first part, we consider if t increases, if value of t, or we can say if time increases, then the term 4x plus 5t is going to increase for a fixed value of x, is going to increase for a fixed x. But if we want to maintain the same value of y, the value of x must decrease. So we can say that to maintain the same value of y, x must decrease. Because 4x needs to offset the time by plus 5t, because 4x needs to offset plus 5t. So from here we can say that our the pulse will be moving in negative x direction. So we can say this shows that pulse is moving in negative x direction. Negative x direction. So option A is incorrect. Option A is incorrect. Now second, we are going to find out that what will be the speed of the pulse. Okay. And based on this, we are going to find out how much distance it is going to travel. So we say speed of the pulse. Speed of pulse. So for this, we once again consider the denominator, that is our 4x plus 5t is our constant. And we differentiate it. So its differentiation is going to give us 4dx plus 5dt is equal to 0. So this gives us that our dx upon dt will be equal to minus 5 by 4. Or if you consider only the magnitude, because dx by dt will be our velocity v, so we can say this will be equal to v. And considering only the magnitude, we can say magnitude of speed, this will be coming as 1.25 meters per second. And we are supposed to find out the time, or we can say the speed at 2 seconds, the distance traveled in 2 seconds. Therefore we can say that in 2 seconds pulse travels, let us suppose that is given as delta x, which will be equal to v multiplied by t. We substitute the value, we get delta x is equal to velocity is 1.25 multiplied by 2, and this gives us 2.5 meters. It means the option B is correct. Option B is correct. Next, we are going to find out the maximum displacement. Maximum displacement. So the given equation is our y of xt is equal to 0.8 and divided by 4x plus 5t whole square plus 5. And here the denominator, that is our 4x plus 5 whole square plus 5, this will be always positive. And it is going to have a minimum value. The denominator is always positive, and we can say that it will have a minimum value when our 4x plus 5t is equal to 0. Or we can say 4x plus 5t is equal to 0. Therefore, we get our y maximum will be equal to 0.8 divided by 5, which comes as close to 0.16 meters. So the maximum displacement is 0.16 meters. So option number C is also correct. Option C is correct. And now we come to the last part, which is our symmetricity. And we are going to check its symmetric about y max. Symmetric about y max, and y max is our 0.16 meters. So we can draw so this is our point of y max, and we have our x-axis, this is our y-axis, and we are going to, this is our 0, that is our t is equal to 0. So we are going to find out the equation, or we can say we are going to modify the given equation for time t is equal to 0. So we can write the given equation as y of x will be equal to 0.8, and this comes as 16x square plus 5, and if we substitute x by minus x, this equation still comes as 16x square plus 5. So from here we can say that our y of x is equal to y of minus x. Y of x is equal to y of minus x. So therefore, we can say that our pulse is symmetric. Pulse is symmetric, and we can draw the figure also. It will be coming something like this. So therefore, the option D is also true. Option D is correct. So all the options except option number A are our correct options. So we can say option B is the correct. Option C is also correct, and option D as well, whereas this option A is incorrect. So finally, we can write that our options B, C, and D are correct. So this completes the question. Thank you.